I take this opportunity to welcome you here at Special Forces Training School, Fort Samora Machel, where we are witnessing the pass out of Special Force Police Presidential Guards. Sir, the Special Force Police Presidential Guard were on Tier 2 course, and this intake started with VIP training at Kasen Training School on 11th December 2023 with a VIP package. At Special Forces Training School for Samora Machel, we received them on 26th July 2024 for a small in tactics package, and so far we have covered with them 12 weeks. So the course was scheduled to last for 24 weeks, that is 6 months, but due to other commitments and operation elsewhere, they were interrupted during the course of training, prolonging their course to 40 weeks now. So during the course of training, they have covered the following: counterterrorism as a subject, counterterrorism search, tactics, majorly in small in tactics, map using stroke navigation, skills at arms, political education, martial arts, physical training, tactical combat casualty care, military intelligence, communication, drill, close quarter combat, and the Kiswahili language. So the trainees before you performed to their best, and out of the 61 students received that reported for training, only 4 failed at the VIPP level due to medical grounds. 57 that reported for SUT, the school is proud to announce that they have all passed. That is 4 female and 53 male.
In other countries, police does all the job. Some countries don't need even the military. Police does all counter-terrorism, counter-piracy, and then all the policing aspect. So, in this case, I'm very sure you will undergo other policing training, but this particular course will help you in being combat ready, in being able to undertake any challenge as you have just demonstrated. It requires you to be tough to do such a training and to take up against any bad elements. It requires to be tough, it requires to be prepared, it requires to know what the outcome might come. So you must congratulate yourself for having taken this course thus far. So you are one of those well-prepared police constables ready to perform. Congratulations, and to the instructors, thank you for taking our comrades this far. They are much better than we received them. Having witnessed the FTX, today's demonstration was much better. Well done, instructors. So, allow me to appreciate the Chief of Staff for taking his time to come for this function, and also extend a training appreciation to Commander SFC for all the support that was rendered to the training throughout this.
First of all, I bring you greetings from the IGP, and he congratulates you upon finishing this course. I must say that I thank the commandant of this school and the instructors, because like I said, I've been an instructor before. Training and getting your products perform such excellent tasks and demos is proof that the commandant and your team have done very, very great work. As earlier said, keep up these good skills in the field, and again, you'll keep growing in your career. And whenever you are given an opportunity to do any other course, take it in good faith. Attitude towards training is very important. I've always done my courses even when I was at your age. Any course where I'm picked upon to do, you take it as a great opportunity to develop your career. So I know you did the earlier police course. Now again you have gone on to advance to this course. Therefore, this is a great opportunity that you are picked to add on your skills. And therefore, in your career, whenever your bosses pick upon you to do another course, again, have that great attitude. Training is about attitude. And once you have a great attitude, you will finish. The same note, the high note you start with is the same high note you complete. Thirdly, I thank you for the good demos that you have done, right from the command post exercise, then the battle drills, the range, everything. Really, we kept thanking the commandant and his team is proof that you have given effort and focus on this course. So thank you so much for the great demos. The fourth is on discipline. I must conclude that you are disciplined people, because there is no way you could have been given opportunity to do this course if you are not disciplined. So having been on the list alone to come here, starting with Kasanya and then here, is proof that you are disciplined. So keep it up.
What does ideology help us? It helps us to polish up our ideas, to understand why we perform our job. One leader said that those who know their job, they do the job. But those ones who know why they do the job, they do the job better and they lead others. Thomas Sankara, one of our great leaders, once president of West Africa, he said, in Burkina Faso, he said, a soldier, you can substitute the soldier with a police officer, because now we have police officers here. A police officer without ideological or political training is a potential criminal. If you get the skills that they have given you, very good. You are very good. You know what to do. You can inherit a village. You can clear the houses. You can fire the bombs. You can clear. But once you don't know who is the enemy that you should go clear, that's very, very dangerous. You will be like a doctor who leaves the theater and goes to inject people in the bus park with the chloroform, sedate them for an operation, and they are in the wrong place. You must know who is the enemy. In Uganda, we describe enemy in relation to our fundamental problem of development. Our fundamental problem is backwardness and development, and we want to change Uganda into a first world country. That's Vision 2040 as enshrined by the current government. And to achieve that one, the government gave a minimum of 4 principles, which I urge you graduates as you live here and even our comrades who are here to understand them and know why. The 4 principles of our ideology, which constitute our ideology, are patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. Of recent, the president has said we can shuffle them so that they become ideologically clear and rational. We reason them out. Why? We begin with number 1, socio-economic transformation. That we want to have Uganda modern, where everybody enjoys themselves. Today I was working with some officers of SFC. They said, when you go to Egypt, it is ahead of us. When you go to the Egyptian Special Forces School, it is ahead of us. Why? Because their economic base is very big, that they can build those houses where they can be. But in Uganda, we are still using makeshift houses because our economy hasn't. So we want to develop our economy so that we can also be in the state of the art equipment, houses and equipment. We should be able to be in those, to have the planes. We should be able to have the convoy of SFC where you are rehearsing to guard the principal in the convoy. Even a chopper, you should be able to have it here. But we cannot have that one once the economy cannot believe. So to have that one, we need socio-economic transformation. Deliberate effort by all people in this country, including the new graduates, including us, all of us, to ensure that we contribute to development through production. You must produce something which you sell. The moment you have something you want to sell to the market, you know that you need your neighbor. Because you cannot buy what you are produced. If you are producing milk, you need to sell them. If you are producing beef, you need to sell it. If you have latena, you have to sell it. Everything you produce, now you need the market. Therefore, everybody becomes your market who is the next one. And therefore, the second principle of Pan-Africanism, rather of patriotism, comes without reasoning. Because patriotism means unity of purpose, no sectarianism, uniting with people through interest, not identity. So it doesn't matter if you are in the market, you don't need a tall person or a short person, so long as they are buying your property. Therefore, even if somebody is your neighbor or is your brother and you want to sell a bull, the bull he gives you 1 million. Even somebody who is coming from far gives you 1.5, you sell it 1.5 naturally, because that is a market. Therefore, you understand politics of interest rather than identity. Once you have that one, then you are patriotic because you did your neighbor. Therefore, everybody who is next to you will be your market. You love them. Therefore, principle number 2, which is patriotism. Are we together? Number 1, socio-economic transformation. Because we have to transform, we must produce. And because we have to produce, we must sell. If we sell, we need a market. And the market brings us patriotism. Love for your neighbor. Love for your country. Love for the heritage. Now, how do you go to Pan-Africanism? When you produce now as a country, I produce, the other one produces, everybody produces. We have a lot that you cannot even consume amongst ourselves. Therefore, we need even others outside the markets to help us to buy the things. We need Burundi, we need Kenya, we need Rwanda, we need Congo. Therefore, we need Pan-Africanism because we are produced, and therefore we want to socio-economically transform our country. So that's why you cannot ask a question, why are we constructing roads into Congo if you have internalized our ideology? Finally, if you get Rwanda, Burundi, and they buy our things, we need everybody to choose their own leader to manage their affairs without fear or intimidation. And that's why you come in democracy. Democracy is where people have the right to choose their own leaders to lead them without intimidation. Today in Uganda, there is a growing tendency of negative political activism, if I can call it, where people think that it is only their idea, and the idea which has been there has always been not good. For that one, that means it kills the right of Ugandans to vote, disenfranchising them. And you are here to defend that democracy, where people feel free in their country so that they can choose the leader of their choice without fear or intimidation. That's why we come up with the 4 principles or components of our minimum ideology: socio-economic transformation, patriotism, Pan-Africanism, and democracy. Once you know that one, you'll be just a very good soldier, you'll be a good police officer who knows that even when you are going into the crowd, you are going there to identify the enemy, because we know our enemy. Anybody who sabotages our efforts into transformation to develop Uganda qualifies to be an enemy, because we define our enemy in terms of the question. Which question do we have? Is that we are still backward and undeveloped. Therefore, you'll be knowing why you should be going there to control the crowd. You're not asking, why are they deploying me every day? So I urge you that you must know the politics of your country. We must know our history. We must know where we are going. You must know even how to get there. Once we know that one, we shall be the right citizens, and we shall do what is right.
Maybe I would begin by, first of all, congratulating you that today, as we gather to celebrate a momentous occasion, it is a culmination of hard work on your part, dedication, and unwavering commitment to excellence. We honor you, the graduates of Special Tactics or Special Unit Tactics course. For you now stand before us here not only as police presidential guard, men and women, but also as elite warriors who have embraced the rigorous training and challenges that define our special force. First and foremost, we appreciate the strategic guidance by the Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Fountain of Honor, who is the vision bearer, who gave the guidance initially to create what we have witnessing today. Also wish to thank the Chief of Defense Force and Special Presidential Advisor on Special Operations for their continuous guidance through the capacity building journey of our security forces. We also take this honor to thank the leadership of Uganda Police Force for selecting you, the graduates, mentoring you and guiding you through the basic training. We thank also Uganda Police Force for their continued sustainment of Presidential Police Guard since its inception, so many years back. I'm sure we have no issues. We are happy. We have always been around, present whenever we need you, and we have worked on this force without any form of segregation, but knowing that they are performing a noble cause. In some instances, actually, they've sustained you far better than the other forces that they joined. Sindio, these ones don't know yet, but the commander of PPG can tell me here.
Asante sana.
If you go to some sectors, he's doing better, isn't it, in Ndugu Kanyesi? Because he has certain welfare requirements for a soldier that others may not have, but we really appreciate the leadership of police for that, and we pray that you continue with that spirit, because we really need it to keep these officers and men, or wherever they are in their different capacities, executing their noble cause or their noble duties on a routine basis. We also need to thank the instructors, both of Nakaseke Training School, where you started from training about I think 40 weeks ago, because this is second 10 months, so the first 7 months when Nakaseke Training School, and then subsequently they came here to do this last 12 weeks of special unit tactics. We thank the commandant of Nakaseke Training School for bringing up the trainees up to this level and enabling them be ready for this training, which is even more rigorous, more demanding on them. And of course, we also take this opportunity to thank you for Samora Machel for the time you have put in to see this team come through the 12 weeks. We understand the disruptions, as already mentioned by the commandant and the director of training. It is inevitable. Sometimes we had to do it. We had to do it, but in the cause of disrupting them, they were building better capacity, because we exposed these gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, to operations during NAM, Non-Aligned Movement of Summit, and that it itself exposed them, but they proved their capability. They proved that they could do, and they came out of it, all of them safely, and we thank you for that. It was not deliberate, but considering our nature of work and Special Force Command, it tends to happen all the time. And I expect if tomorrow you see you being tasked on something else other than what you expect to be tasked for, just go willingly, because that is part of us. The Special Unit Tactics course is not merely an academic endeavor. It is a crucible that tests the limits of physical endurance, mental resilience, and tactical acumen. Over the past weeks, you have honed your skills in small unit operations, learning to think critically under pressure, to adapt swiftly to changing circumstances, and to work cohesively as a team. Skills required of any armed personnel preparing to undertake very important person protection tasks in the contemporary threat environment. Specifically, I'm focusing on these new graduates. All that you have gone through is preparing you for the environment we are heading into. And you should embrace it with that nature of the commitment and determination. It is not meant to merely break you, but it is meant to build you and prepare you to perform much better. Your discipline, your standard of integrity, your standard of ideological clarity is measured at the highest level. Tunaelewana? So we look up to that, and not only the PPG. Hii pia ni kumbukumbu kwetu sisi wote. I'm not only referring to PPG here. All of us. We have to keep renewing ourselves. That's why I requested the commandant of Oliver Tambo to come up, and I thank you for that. To come up and say something. Sometimes you may forget and you lag. You have to keep rejuvenating. You negate some habits and you review yourself constantly. That is how you can become better and fit in the current scenario or contemporary society where we operate. So, I request that you go forth with courage and conviction. Serve your country with honor, protect those who cannot protect themselves, and always strive for excellence in all endeavors, as you shall be tasked after this graduation. I congratulate you for this significant achievement, and now declare the special small unit tactics course intake 4 of 2023-2024 closed. Asante sana.
The best overall, and is none other than number 78106 PCC, is it PPC Bagonza No.
The speech from Chief Guest at leisure.